South Africa last Sunday. Jamie Mayer comes in at inside centre for the injured. They have no illusions about the task facing them today. Pablo Lemoine, the referee, Stuart Dickinson from Australia. Gregor Townsend sets the game in motion, deep into the 22. And an immediate mistake. That's a little Lamelas, the hooker, making a mess of it. And immediately, Scott Hastings, Scotland have a platform inside the Uruguayan 22.
Well, this is a facet of play that Scotland will want to dominate, but look at the Uruguayan number 8. That's where their strength of their game is. And we've got Gary Armstrong putting the ball in.
Armstrong going himself. Stopped and set up. It's a good ball. Armstrong there again. Townsend tackled hard in the centre. Nobody taking any dummies, at least at the start of the game, from Gregor Townsend. Leaps it back inside. Armstrong. Leslie. Chip and chase from Metcalf. Marked there by Cardoso. He just lays it off sideways there to Diego Aguirre, the fly half. He's got a younger brother, Sebastian, also in the squad, and also a fly half, and they both play for the same club, so goodness knows what they do for rugby during the normal season. Now, this was an area where Scotland did not excel against South Africa. Bullock throwing was pretty poor. I mean, he dropped below a 70% success rate, which is totally unacceptable in these modern days of line-out. Well, he got away with that. It was just a tiny bit off line to me, but the touch judge and the referee are happy, and that's all that counts. Good drive from the Scottish forward into the Uruguayan 22. Armstrong, but he's collared, but only by the number 7, Panizza, coming offside.
Well, Gary Armstrong just thinking what to do here. He's called up Kenny Logan to go for the safe 3 points, and perhaps that's an indication of just a little bit of nerves in the Scottish camp. I think they just want to get points on the board during the course of this game.
I'm sure that Jim Telfer said to them, Scott, you know, play it as if it's a normal game, because we can't afford to mess around. Just do things as you would do if they were the best country in the world.
It's the type of thing in a game like this that it might open up in the last 20 minutes once they've got quite a few scores on the board, but early doors yet, you know, they've obviously got to just take their points to start with, and we'll see how the game evolves throughout the whole 80 minutes.
Kenny Logan hoists his total for Scotland to 144. 3 minutes gone. Scotland lead 3-0. Well, I have to tell you that my co-commentator Scott Hastings has come in with a sheaf of bets. He'll be hoping that Scotland continue in this vein. I think Sporting Index have got it at a 50-55 spread, but you're going even bigger than that, Scott.
I'm going after 66 points here, but back to the action here.
Penalty to Uruguay. Gregor Townsend, the culprit. And Aguirre. What's he going to do? He's going to go for goal, just calling for the kicking team.
Now we look here, here's the penalty, because number 10, Gregor Townsend, there quite clearly went high with a loose arm. And if he's going to go into a tackle like that, he must drive with the legs and go through, but it was patently too high. Referee penalised him accordingly.
Well, they started at 0-0, it was level, then they've got a chance to level it at least once more here. If Diego Aguirre, he got a penalty and a conversion. They use this system of a left-footed kicker from the right side of the pitch and a right-footed kicker from the left. The scrum half Chiara will take them from the other side. Gives it a mighty wallop and straight through the middle. Scotland 3, Uruguay 3. Nice little touch there from Lame, the second row. Here's the little scrum half. Chiara. Kenny Logan cuts back inside. Chiara gets him along with Panizza. And a penalty to Scotland that time. They're just diving in over the top. Rodrigo Sanchez, the loose head prop there. Well, that augurs well. There's a lot to be desired from Gregor Townsend's kicking at the weekend, but he really hit that one well, and I'm sure that the backs coaches have had him out on the practice field doing a lot of kicking since then, Scott.
That's put him in good position here. Gordon Bullock with the second line out. It's important that Gordon keeps hitting his jumpers. There's Scott Murray obviously waiting for the call.
Gathered in beautifully. That's a good ball. At speed, it's Simpson. He can bash holes. One of the kilted Kiwis, as they're known. Alan Tate hoisted unceremoniously, running backwards. He was asking for that. And Simpson again. So far, good tackling from the Uruguayans. That was a bit flat, but got away with it again. Metcalf. Aguirre hoists it high, Logan underneath it. He takes it. Good timing on the tackle. Armstrong flicks inside. Scotland get themselves into trouble just trying to keep this ball alive. And a little knock-on from Uruguay gives them Scotland the strike.
Well, Scotland playing a little bit into Uruguayan hands. We know that they're going to be up for the defence. I think they're going to spread it or put the ball certainly behind that Uruguayan defence, but just putting themselves under a little bit of pressure early doors here.
Pablo Lemoyne, the Bristol prop, huge man, 20.5 stones of him, really enjoying his time in England. He says his English is 5 times as good as when he arrived. And the Uruguayans certainly don't intend to just give this one away. I went down to see them in Peebles yesterday, and after 10 minutes the coach chucked me out of their training session. He said, I don't want anybody from Britain seeing any of these moves.
And you being a Welshman, John, passing on tips to Scotland.
He didn't know about that, obviously. There we are. About a stone a man. Sorry, about 3 pounds a man, about just over a stone in all. So not a lot in it, but a hell of a lot of that Uruguayan weight is in the form of Pablo Lemoyne. Simpson gets it away, beautifully supported by Leslie. But unfortunately, the third line of support just wasn't there. Sanchez turns inside. Knock forward from the Uruguayans again. Stuart Dickinson. Armstrong feeds. Simpson to Leslie. Townsend, but he just flicks it on straight into the arms of Vecino. And the penalty has gone not to Uruguay as Chiara hoped, but to Scotland.
Well, here's Gregor Townsend here, taking the ball off Leslie, who flicks it on to Mayer, but the interception there, it's just a little bit loose here from Scotland here.
Exactly, Scott. You feel they've got to do the basics well first before they start doing this fingertip stuff.
Yeah, a couple of pickups from Simpson at the back, fancy moves off the back. I think they should just be playing it right into Gregor Townsend's hands. He can then dictate the play from there.
Gregor Townsend, no strapping on his knee, and that will be a sight most Scots will like to see. He spent quite a lot of time, he was telling me, up in the Firth of Clyde when they were training up at Troon, standing in the cold water up there to just reduce the swelling, using the waters of the Firth of Clyde instead of an ice pack. They just got the hand to it. That was Bado, the big second row, very effective line out forward. Chiara, Aguirre puts it over the top, but it's straight to Gary Armstrong. And the forwards didn't retreat. They've actually got to actively retreat. They were just standing around within the 10-metre area.
Well, Armstrong was looking for a quick one there, but the referee had words with Gary Armstrong just to let him know what had happened. And Gregor Townsend will have a simple kick, hopefully to put pressure onto Uruguay in Uruguay's 22. Excellent touch line there from Gregor Townsend.
That's a terrific kick, just 3 or 4 metres from the line. 12 minutes gone, and Scotland still haven't scored a try.
Only their second foray into actually Uruguayan territory here, and they'll be looking for a good take from the line out here, a really sharp throw from Bullock, and obviously a drive off it.
Just Grimes and the Uruguayans have actually packed tight in there to try and stop the Scots. Now the Scots get it going. Ever closer. Over the line now. Have they got it down? Yes, they have. So the first try in the 13th minute. And the man who comes up with it, I think, was Martin Leslie.
Here we see the try again. Good forward play here from Scotland. Uruguay battled hard to stop the drive, but in amongst the bodies there, Leslie's driven over the line.
Well, he scored a good try against South Africa, did Martin Leslie, and that's his 5th try now in 9 matches for Scotland. And you can hear all the music. The Scottish team have got a different piece of music for every player, which will be played after they score a try. And that was Are You Gonna Go My Way, the intro from the Lenny Kravitz number. Kenny Logan. Again, beautifully struck, and that makes it 10-3 to Scotland.
Well, here we see the try again. Very packed tight by the forwards. Driving over the line, Leslie over.
Gere. And they've let it go. It's too long. That would be a scrum back on halfway. Or Scotland have got the option of taking a quick line out. Everybody just checking. A few teams have been caught by that in the past. But in fact,